coming back to you now, Darren, I've got this question to ask. Like, it's been bugging me for quite a while, actually, because whenever you get whenever you're on form, you start scoring goals. Suddenly, an injury happens, and then suddenly you get COVID and so on. Instead of asking how frustrating it is, I just want to know, how does your mindset work to ensure that you come back? I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, I went to a state selection and I wasn't selected, and I just quit playing cricket. But
Mm.
you continued doing it. You continued playing the game that you love. So, how did you cope with that? Because you have gone through lots of injuries. Like, we have
Mm.
documented it before, but somehow you came back. Whenever you're on the pitch, you give your 101%. So, how do you go through this? We would love to know. We would like to pick the brains out of it, lah.
Yeah, it's not been the easiest journey.
Mm,
I think I've had 3 fractured legs in 5 years, which is pretty crazy because I didn't have any injuries playing in England. It was just something just didn't go right the moment I got here with injuries. So what's frustrating for me is a lot of my big injuries, the ones that have put me, have been through my own doing. It's always been from an opponent's tackle or
mm,
somebody
mm,
tackling me, and then to say, what can I do differently? If it's real or I keep getting tears and things like this, then you can sort of go, well, I'm not doing something. There's something that I'm not doing to put my body in the right uh, condition. So that's been the hardest thing to take. But like you say, the one last year and the pulling the national
mm.
team and stuff, that was hard. Last year's one was particularly difficult with the fractured leg because it was during COVID times as well, and I got quite. I'll be honest, I struggled really badly with that one. I was low, and that took a lot to come back from. Put a lot of things in perspective, and yeah, it does. I guess you just. I don't know. I've always been that sort of person. That sort of person that wants to. I don't know when to stop. Really, I always want to give 100%, and I think I've also had to sort of try and change in my game. I'm someone who goes onto the football pitch, I feel, and I give 110%, and I'll run for every ball. I'll go for every single challenge. It's me who comes off worse, and it's difficult when that's the way you are, and you want to just go for everything. It's difficult to change that mindset. So I've tried to relax a bit more on the pitch and think, if that's a time that I could get hurt in, maybe more careful. So I don't know. It's been frustrating, but like I was saying to you guys before, let's just hope that this season that I can get through and play as many games as possible.
All
I
right,
guess
then.
that's how you got your hat trick, by
Yeah,
relaxing
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, you could say.
Okay, so just piggybacking on that, we got another question from another viewer. A very interesting username, a bear from C. Okay. So he says your transformation has been amazing, and did the criticism that you faced in JDT2 and also in the national team, does it fire you to
Mm.
prove the doubters wrong?
Yeah, of course. You see all these. I'd be lying if you say you don't see these things on social media and stuff. I said to myself a good few years ago that I wouldn't look at what was said about me or try and keep away from it, because for every 100 good comments and for the one bad comment you see, that's the one view. So I try and avoid it really. But yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to just regular game time. It's so difficult when you're not playing every week to come on 20, 30 minutes and to feel sharp. You can train, you can do everything you want out. If you're not actually playing games week in, week out, it's very difficult to, I feel anyway, that's a personal, it's very difficult to put it to your best. And then when you are doing well, confidence is a huge thing, and when you're playing well, everything just becomes a lot easier. Everything becomes automatic. You don't think about things and everything, you start enjoying your. I guess I put it down to game time really. It took me a long time. I'll be honest, it did take me a long time to adapt. adapting to the weather and lifestyle and stuff. But yeah, I'm happy with how my football at the moment, but let's hope it continues.